So, kids laugh 300 times a day. Adults laugh 17 times a day. Yeah, this is one of your 17. Let me say it again. Kids laugh 300 times a day. Adults laugh 17 times a day. That's 2. Think about that for a minute. But adults, all of us, are just grown-up kids, aren't we? Or maybe still kid at heart, we think. So what happened? What changed from the time that we were kids and were laughing 300 times a day to the time that you are adults and you're laughing 17? What changed? I'm not here to talk about why we stopped laughing so much. I'm more interested in why did kids laugh so much? Why did we as kids laugh so much? Over the last 21 years, I've been part of an organization that has been fortunate to get 6 million kids to play. And in the process, learned a lot of lessons from kids. And I'm here to share those lessons from kids at play. Lessons that all of us knew as kids. But somewhere in this journey we've forgotten. We've got kids of all types to play. Rich kids, poor kids, talented kids, not so talented kids, interested kids, not at all interested kids, special kids, differently abled kids, rich kids, poor kids. We got them to play in large spaces, small halls, basements, corridors, large parks, small parks. And a lot of our work involved working with the adults around the kids to help these kids play. But I was always struck by this very simple philosophy that kids had, that they wanted to play. Irrespective of all of these constraints, they were willing to find a way to work towards play. And that's got me thinking, right? Look at the kid world: fun, joy, engagement, carefree. Look at the adult world, and some of the speakers before us pointed to some of the stuff: stress, anxiety, conflict, suicides. So we've lived the world with the adults' lessons, if I may. I'm here to maybe remind us to say, maybe let's give the kids a chance. Let's see what kids can teach us, what lessons kids can teach us, or maybe what each one of us knew but forgot, and remind us. Think of these lessons as lessons that you can use in the game that you play. And the word play is a metaphor. Play is not just the physical play, the physicality of it. Think of play as being playfulness. And think of the game as a game of life that you play, as with friends, with family, at your work, with relationships. This is a game we are playing. And these 6 lessons hopefully are lessons that will help us add more joy, more playfulness, and fun and engagement. Play is not the opposite of work. Play is the opposite of depression. Work has very fixed outcomes. And if you achieve the outcome, you win, otherwise you lose. Play doesn't have an outcome. Play has joy. And therefore, play has benefits around mental health, around all the stuff that all of us are unfortunately hearing about, a lot more than we should have. So these lessons are lessons that kids use, and here's my shot at trying to help bring those lessons out for all of you. The 6 lessons. Let's start at the very beginning. As they say, a very good place to start. How do you start playing? In whichever game you're looking. Kids have a simple lesson for this. Play with whatever you have. Kids will play here. As a kid, most of us have rolled up a paper ball and played cricket with your hands. I've been in my car with my kids and we played hand cricket. So we didn't even need a space, we were just playing hand cricket. So play is possible. Kids know, lesson 1, play with whatever you have. Adults, unfortunately, will play only when all the right resources are in place, all the tools are there, all the budgets are there, the whole team is there, and only then I will start playing. And in the process, we don't play. Play to win has become, if you're not winning, why are you playing? But the reason for play was fun. The reason for play was not to win. It's an adult construct that if you do something, there has to be an outcome to it. The kid construct is to do it for the joy of it. Fun is very often seen as something which is kiddish, not for adults. But fun fundamentally are three things when three things happen. One, when you're fully involved in it. Two, you're connected to the people you're doing it with. And three, you're pushed slightly beyond the limits. Push too much creates anxiety. Push too little is boring. You might have had this experience of fun maybe when you were doing your toughest project. Maybe when you're running a marathon. Maybe when you're climbing above 16,000 feet. You're probably not laughing that time, but it was fun. Or it pushed you. It made you feel connected. It made you feel as if you're part of a larger meaning. And that's the experience that kids seek out. So play with whatever you have. The question is, okay, what do we play? Kids have a simple lesson for this. You choose the game, you make the rules. I remember playing cricket and we had a rule that if the ball hits that uncle's window, you're out. Because that uncle is going to come out and shout at us. We made the rules. We chose the game. When kids play together, very often you will find that they, after a few minutes, if the teams are imbalanced, they will balance them themselves. They will not play for a 10-0 win. That's an adult construct. 10-0 win, points table, trophy at the end, that's a very adult construct. Kids will find a way to make it more equitable and engaging because they want that fun, that pushing the boundary. There's no point in winning 10-0. You choose the game, you make the rules. As adults, it's a choice for us to make. What kind of person do you want to become? What kind of role do you want to take? Do you want to take bribes? Do you want to give bribes? Do you want to make the world a better place? Do you want to make more money? There's no right or wrong. I'm not coming at it from a values perspective. There are choices we make. The choices are your choices. You choose the game, you make the rules. So you started playing with whatever you have, chosen the game, you made the rules. Who do you play with? Who's the captain? Who's the leader? As kids, whoever had the bat or the ball was the captain. That's how it might start. But as the game progresses, in the situation, the captain will emerge. What is called situational leadership. Adults want leadership as a badge. I am the leader. I am in control. But that's not the way the real world works. This play that happens in the real world, the leadership moves. When you are part of a team, do you have the humility to say, you know what, in this situation, she is the leader. She should step up. And have the courage and the spine to say, in this situation, I have to step up and do my bit. And not wait to have a designation put on you. Kids understand this instinctively. More fluid the captain, more fluid the game, lesser the captain matters. Lesson number 3. And the reality is the world is fluid. It's getting even more fluider if at all it can be. And in this fluid world, in this turbulent world, the captains are going to keep evolving. How do you work with different captains? When are you a leader? When are you a follower? Is a choice to make, and that's the playfulness that you bring in. Play with whatever you have, lesson number 1. Choose the game, make the rules, lesson number 2. More fluid the game, lesser the captain matter, lesson number 3. So now you started playing, and you fail. Now what? Failure is a bad word in the adult world, but that's how kids learn. Kids understand that when you're learning, you will fail. All of you, I'm sure, have scars to show on your elbows and your knees. And all of you have a smile when I remind you of that. Right now it's seen as a sign of, you know what, I did that, and look. But you did not go looking for the scar. You were looking for an experience. You pushed the boundaries. And the world told you this much only, not further. And that's how the scar happened. And when it happened, it was not fun. Your parents scolded you. It hurt. But today, it's a source of pride. It told you this is how the world works. You played with the world. Kids understand that. But as adults, we don't want to fail. Failure is bad. Let me ask a question. Imagine there are 2 boxers that you have to choose from. One side is a boxer who's had lots of fights, had lots of scars, has been in lots of fights. Another side is a boxer with the same physical attributes, exactly the same, but no fights. Who do you want on your team? The one with the scars? If you want somebody with scars on your team, where are your scars? What scars are you getting today? Why should somebody want you on their team? What are you doing to push the boundaries, to get the scars, to show people, you know what, I tried that, I failed. But you know what? Here's what happened. The world, the leaders on the other side are looking for people who are wanting to take out scars, and the other side is playing it safe. Scars are not a bad word. More scars is more fun, is more learning. You started playing, you chose the game, you made the rules, you got scars to show. So how do you get better? Lesson number 5, respect the heroes, don't copy them. All kids know this. Thank you. Thank you. IPL happening, Football World Cup happening, they come down and they play as if they are a Virat Kohli or a Messi. And as they go ahead, they realize, you know what, I'm not able to do what he's doing. That's why I watch him on TV and I'm here. But they realize then that I have something else. I have my own individuality and this is what I need to build. Also, lots of heroes are feet of clay. Therefore, respect the heroes for their hard work, for their focus, for their determination. But don't copy them. Do what works for you. Play with whatever you have. Choose the game, make the rules. Be fluid in the captaincy, in the leadership. Have scars. Respect the heroes. Don't copy them. Fine, but how long before I get better? I'm playing. Lesson number 6 and the last lesson. Mastery requires practice. Lots of it. All kids know this. When they go out to play, they know that if this kid is better than me, and all of us as peers know where we stand compared to our peers. Whatever we can say, whatever report card says, here you know where you stand compared to your peers. Are you good? Are you not so good? What does it take to catch up? Will you ever catch up? They know that it requires hard work. Picasso had said, inspiration strikes, but needs to find you at work. So 6 lessons from kids, not mine, from kids, that all of you knew as you were kids. A reminder that maybe with these 6 lessons, we can bring back to the adult world what we knew as kids. We've tried with the adult rules. Look at where that has got us. Let's try the kid laws, kid lessons. Let's try the 6 lessons. Let's spend a minute also on what happens if we don't do it. Kids look at adults, not just as role models. Adults provide for their own food, safety and shelter, but kids depend on adults for their food, safety and shelter. So kids are always looking at adults to say, what's going on? Am I safe? Or do I need to get worried for my safety because the adult who's supposed to be my caretaker is insecure or is under stress? So kids are watching us. Remember the 300 times they were laughing and 17 times we are laughing? Kids are watching us not laughing. So if you don't have, we as adults don't bring in playfulness, engagement and games that we are playing with the world, kids are going to grow up, or maybe the kids today will start laughing 70 times a day. That will not be a good world to have. Therefore, choice is ours. Can we bring in more fun, more playfulness, more engagement into our games that we play at work, at life, with friends, in relationships? And build a better world, get more kids to play by inspiring them to play more. The Kalahari Bushmen have this interesting notion of hunger. There are 2 hungers. They have little hunger and the great hunger. Little hunger is food for the belly. The great hunger is the more important hunger, the hunger for meaning. That's the one everybody is seeking. Why am I here? And that hunt for meaning requires you to play with whatever you have. Requires you to choose the game, make the rules. Requires you to be fluid and evolve with the situation. Requires you to have scars. Requires you to learn from the heroes but don't copy them. Requires you to put in the hard hours to be a master. I hope these 6 lessons from kids help you add more playfulness and joy and engagement in life.